Welcome everyone, and welcome to our third day in our 5-day Michaelmas extravaganza. Woohoo! Hooray, hooray, hooray! Blessings to and from our beloved Archangel Michael and all of our wonderful angels and the archangelic realm as well. So it's such a joy to be here with you. If you've been seeing our first couple of videos, whether live or replay, you know that you've learned a lot about the different spheres and types of angels. We've been connecting with Archangel Michael through prayer, and yesterday we had some wonderful, delightful channeled message from Archangel Michael, energetically imbued, and it's so important to really immerse ourselves in these high frequency experiences as much as we can, especially now in such a challenging time to be alive here on planet Earth and embodied as human beings. So come and immerse here at the Tribe of Light, here at the YouTube channel. And if you're in Wisdom School of Light, of course, we're going higher and deeper all the time. And you have like dozens or maybe hundreds, lots and lots and lots of resources to support you on that path. So today, and come say hi if you're here live anytime. You can type here in the comments, and even if you're here in the replay, hi replay land people, we love you too. You can type in the comments, and I periodically do check those later also. So what we're going to share with you today is one of the main questions that I get a lot, and it's how do you connect more with your angels? So we're going to share 7 key concepts. We might get to all 7 of them today. If not, we'll do most of them today and some tomorrow. We have 2 more days of Michaelmas. We're right in the middle of our Michaelmas celebration times today. So tomorrow, if you're catching these live with us, tomorrow, Friday, October 2nd, we will be meeting at 11 a.m. Pacific. And then on Saturday is the grand finale on October 3rd at 4:44 p.m. Pacific. I've also been sharing with you about the power of angel numbers, so you can come to our Facebook group, Tribe of Light, Archangel Michael Tribe of Light, to see more about angel numbers. And we have also created a beautiful art gallery for sharing our favorite images of Archangel Michael. So let's take a moment to just say hello to our angels. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, source of all blessings, it's an honor and joy to be here with my sacred community, right here and now, light here and now, and across time and space. We know that there are no limitations and no separations in the realm of God. We know that we are connected in the spirit of love. We know that all healing is possible and is already here. We know that our miracles of abundance are already here, and we claim our birthright to health, wealth, love, harmony, peace, and prosperity. This we pray, this we claim, this we know, and we claim this for all beings. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. And so it is. So that was a prayer from my heart. Right? Just authentic, raw, real in the moment, nothing scripted about it, not something someone wrote hundreds or thousands of years ago. There's no dogma. If you like prayers that someone else wrote, whether it was today or 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, that's perfectly fine. The key is the energy, right? What were we talking about yesterday? Everything is energy, and energy is everything. Exactly. So if the key is to pray, and this is our number one way, first way to connect more with our angels, is to pray to them. And there's 2 main types of prayer: asking and praising. So when we ask, that's supplication. We're asking, please provide this, right? Please help me understand this. We could be asking for guidance. We could be asking for healing. We could be asking for resources to manifest for ourselves or for others or even for the whole world. those are all going to be types of asking prayers or supplication. And praise is where you give thanks. So praise is giving the gratitude statements, and our angels love to help us. They will provide us with assistance even if we don't remember to ask, particularly in issues of saving a life or miracle healings. But for most things, for most of our day-to-day requests, asking helps. It helps open that channel. It helps open your receptive centers, your chakras. It helps open your aura and your energy field to receive. And your prayer can be a soft whisper, or even just a thought in your mind, or it can be aloud. You can pray by yourself, you can pray with others. I do believe, and let me know if you have experienced this too, that collective prayer has a synergistic amplification effect. So, and they say when more than one gather in his name, and that's true for praying to your angels as well. And your angels are messengers. We learned that angelos means messenger. So they love to convey those messages from humanity to divinity, and from divinity to humanity in the form of guidance. And that's something that we go very deep with in Wisdom School of Light. For those of you who are with us and those of you who would like to join us in Wisdom School of Light, this is all about enhancing your intuitive abilities and your divine connection. We all have a divine connection. It's not that I'm more special than you, or this person over here is more intuitive than that person over there. We all are naturally intuitive. So praying helps to open so you can hear and see and trust and sense and act on your divine guidance and guidance, your oneness with God, right? This dance that you do with God. And Archangel Michael has told us too that no prayer is too great or too small for God and your angels. So that's our first way. And by the way, I will put a link for you. Those of you who are in Wisdom School have access to the PDF for these 7 great ways, and everyone else, we did make this gift available for you. And I'll put the link for where you can get a handout that summarizes these also. So that will be here in the description with this video replay. And we're adding more to it, right? Beyond what's in the written material. But sometimes it's nice to have things written down so you're not frantically writing in your journal or your notepad. So the second important way, prayer is one way of connecting more and advancing and enhancing your ability to see, to hear, to perceive, and to receive the blessings and the guidance from your angels and all of your spiritual guides and divine beings on your divine team. But it's not the only way. So a second way is what I call intuitive journaling, also known as taking divine dictation. As many of you know who've been in my community for a while, by now, you guys know that I channel both through my mouth and through my hands, right? And it actually, it feels similar, but also a little bit different. And some people find it easier to open those floodgates of divine clarity and messages personally, directly, so you don't even need an intermediary. Some people find it easier to do that through writing, and others find it easier verbally. I think most people find it easier through writing, at least at first. So many of our students and graduates have enhanced their skills, their intuitive skills, to become channels of the angels themselves, as well as healers working with the angels. So all of this is possible for you too, in your own way, whether you want to do that professionally or add it to your professional toolbox as a healer and light worker, or just for yourself and for your family and for your friends and for the planet. So intuitive journaling, it's something to practice on a regular basis and really make these things part of your life, which is why it helps to have accountability and be connecting with other people, like in Wisdom School, who are doing these same practices so that you have this sense of community support and you're bolstered and inspired by each other as well as me as a mentor. So when you show up at the page, well, how do you do that? How do you do intuitive journaling? What I recommend is you can write to your guides and angels. You can thank them. You can bless them. You can praise them. You can ask questions of them. And you can be very specific about it. Or you can just ask a general question. Like one thing that I love to do is to sit down. Here's my latest journal. Isn't that pretty? Is to sit down with your journal and your pen. And by the way, I would do this both ways, both with a pen and paper, and also with typing. If you type fast, like I do, and you channel really fast and tremendous number of downloads are flooding through, especially as you get better and better at this, you might want to sometimes type because then it just pours through faster. And there is really something incredible about the connection that you have with your mind and body and intuition with your pen when you actually write the old-fashioned way. And I love old-fashioned books, and I love old-fashioned writing with pen and paper. I've got tons and tons of channeled messages in here. And then what I do is I go back to them. And I can actually even randomly share some with you if you guys think that would be fun from my own personal journal. So I walk this talk and I do this on a regular basis, almost every day. So a general way that you can do it, other than asking specific questions, is you can write Dear God, or Dear Archangel Michael, or Dear Jesus Christ, or Dear Divine Team, or however you like to say that, Dear Source, right? I'll just say Dear Archangel Michael, for example, because we're in our Michaelmas celebration here. So I would write, Dear Archangel Michael, I am here, I am listening, please guide me. Thank you, I love you, and then I make a heart, and then I sign my name. You can modify that wording any way you like. It gives you the idea that you're generally opening, you're setting your intention of, I'm here, I'm listening, please guide me, thank you, I love you. It's that simple. Then you have to trust what comes out. No censoring, no editing, don't worry about punctuation. Your inner English teacher and proofreader, I used to be both an English teacher and proofreader. She or he does not need to show up at your intuitive journaling session, right? Just let it flow, whatever comes out. And it could be sentences, it could be pages, it could be a word, it could be an image or a scribble. Trust what comes. The more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. The more it's going to make sense to you. And then there's going to come a day where the things that you're writing, you're realizing you are not writing. And that is coming from a source higher, from you. And you realize, wow, that has to be my intuition. That has to be my angels. That has to be God speaking to me and through me. Because I would not have written it in that style. I would not have used those words. That doesn't sound like my personality at all. And it's just way too smart, wise, funny, clear, poetic, eloquent for me to have written that. So I'll give you an example or two from my own journal. So it's great to share this here with you guys. I'm going to just check something really quickly just to make sure that we are broadcasting, because it looks like we are. Okay. Good. So if you can see me or hear me, you can give me a thumbs up. You can say, Happy Michaelmas Day 3. You can put a heart so that I can see that you can see this. That would be awesome. Thank you, everybody who's here live. Great. Like we are. Now I can see the comments. Good. So if you can see me or hear me. Yay. Okay, great. It's, thumbs up. You can say, I think what's happening there. You can put a heart so that I can see that you can see this. Thank you for your patience, because sometimes on a computer the comments don't show up. So now I can see your gorgeous comments. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. Alicia, yay. Haley, wonderful. Jan, Laura, it's great that you're all here. Nellie is here. Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. So do you guys want me to just randomly pick a couple of little passages intuitively from my own journal? Would that be fun? You can give me a thumbs up if that would be fun, or you can give me a heart. I love when those hearts come flowing on there. So give me some hearts or some thumbs up if you want me to just go wee and just intuitively pick something. Ooh, okay. Nice. So this is not really into journaling, but it's more of a poem. And what happens is when you do intuitive journaling, where your guides and angels write you back, you're also enhancing your creativity. You're opening up to whatever your forms of creativity are, whether that's art or landscaping or music or writing. I'm mostly a word girl. So this is just one that I pulled here right now because you need this one right now. There's a reason that I opened to that. So I'm going to read this, and you get to just receive this beauty. I am beautiful. I am full of beauty, grace, juiciness, a ripe, gorgeous specimen of a woman. I am powerful. I am full of power, strength, vitality, and energy, glowing with light and life and love. I am magic full. I am full of magic, mystery, mastery, and moonlight, the embodiment of a long, sacred lineage of women warriors for truth. I remember. I remember. I remember. My beauty is here now. My power is here now. My magic is here now. Woo! Can you feel that? Can you feel the energy on that? Is that gorgeous or what? Hey, Brenda. So glad you're here, sweetie. Hi, Amy. Wonderful to have you here. So this kind of thing can happen for you, or I'm going to find an example of more of a intuitive journaling, and I didn't plan this in advance, so it's just kind of whatever's coming. So here we go. God morning, Archangel Michael. That's how I started it out on April 21st. Today is an exciting day. I get to channel you and share the channeled wisdom from you already received. So what's really going on? What do we humans who are not the powerful elite, what can we do about it? So this was early in the COVID crisis, right? Could I have a preview, please? I request that we speak the real truth in the way and order and time that is the very best, so that it will be heard, believed, valued, honored, and wisely acted upon. Thank you so much. Also, I ask for your loving assistance, etc. So then he writes back. Dearest beloved Sage, Sage, Sage. Yes, you are a sage. We are together. This is Archangel Michael. Mike at the pen, Mike. So here's the deal. Sure, re-listen and type part of the big channeling. We'll share some from that. And then he goes on, and some of you have heard this. Those of you who are in Wisdom School have access to all of those Corona Times channeled messages from Archangel Michael. So he talks about what's really going on behind the scenes here, and how to choose love over fear, how to choose faith over fear, how to choose gratitude over fear, how to choose compassion over fear. And the list and the learning goes on. So what should you do? What can you do about all of it or any of it? Going deeper into the rabbit's warren only brings you into darkness. This is still from Archangel Michael's written response to me doing the intuitive journaling. What you need is light and hope and joy. I want you to ask yourself daily and even hourly and even continuously, for that's true awakened, living, and loving. Does this serve my greatest good? Does this raise or lower my vibrational state? Does this inspire and uplift me, or does it weigh me down in muck and mire? Is this something I should take conscious, loving action on? If so, when and how and where? What is my highest truth? What would love do? What is the best use of my precious and sacred resources? And there's more, like there's a whole nother page. So I just want to give you a taste of how close you can get with Archangel Michael, with your divine team, with your guides, doing this intuitive journaling on a regular basis and sharing some of what comes through that's meant to be shared with others. It is hugely important. The world needs you to do this. And it really helps to be in a community with other people who get this and are doing practices that are this advanced and that are so committed to spirit and self and sacred service. This is your calling. You're being called to this. So that is a taste of intuitive journaling. Let me know your thoughts about that. Hi, AK. Hi, Lori. Wonderful you could join us. That's great. Great to see you. So far we have prayer, which is both asking and praising. So supplication and gratitude. Doing those prayers on a regular daily basis. Individually, collectively, quietly, written, things that are just spontaneous from your heart, silently, other written prayers that you love. All of this and any of this. How many of you, just curious, believe in the power of prayer? You can give some hearts if you believe in the power of prayer. And I'm curious. I bet a lot of you do. Right. Beautiful. And any questions about intuitive journaling, you can type questions and I can see your comments, especially if you're here live. That's the beauty of being here live, right? So let's go on to number 3. I want to make sure to get to at least 3, or maybe we can get to 3 or 4 of them today. So number 3 is keeping an altar to honor your angels. Is there anyone else here who likes to do altar work and periodically alter your altar? So you can revise what you have on there. I have an altar in almost every room. The altar in here, I've got a goddess statue, 2 goddess statues. I've got my angel crystal from Mount Shasta, which has the names of all of my wisdom school students written on little cards, and they're receiving prayers and blessings. So you in wisdom school, that's where your card is, and that's where your angel prayers are happening when I'm doing that for you. I've got essential oil sprays. I've got a rattle from my shamanic initiation. I've got a Tibetan bell. I've got a Buddha. I've got a picture of my inner child, a picture of my younger self to represent my inner child. And I've got peacock feathers. Sometimes I have candles. I have a mirror. I have rose quartz. So, and then I also have another bag of names of other people that I pray for and that I'm doing Reiki and blessings for. So that's an example of an altar, and it's always changing. Also, if you have the handout, you'll see an image of one of my angel hosting altars from a little while ago, which has a painting that I did of Archangel Gabriel. I'll show you the painting of Archangel Gabriel tomorrow when we have Gabriel and Raphael Day. Yay! So keeping an altar to honor your angels specifically, or your angels and all of your spirit guides, you can interpret it as widely or as focusedly, if that's a word, as you like, right? Flowers, crystals, offerings, you can have prayers, you can have affirmations on there. Keep your angel altar clean, updated from time to time, and listen to your intuition on where to have it. And I always recommend choosing a table that's like kind of in the corner or off on the side somewhere, so it won't be as much through heavy traffic. And it becomes a place where your intention is focused. Does that make sense? Hi Sasha. You're actually, because it's a place where you're coming to over and over with a sacred intent. You do your prayers there. You do your affirmations there. You do your meditation there. You can do your energy work there, like I do for my students, clients, and family and friends. And you can also just, you can, do self-healing on yourself. You can spray yourself with your oils and rub them in your hands and, enjoy your flowers, right? So having images of, for example, if you want to include Archangel Michael, who would love to be included, you can have your statue or your images of him. We have some in our nice art gallery that we're co-creating. Thank you everyone for adding to the art gallery. This helps you feel the vibrations, right? It helps you focus your thoughts and the energy with your angels. So this is another fun way to, and it also beautifies your space. And I believe it raises the vibration of your home, right? Or the place where you have your altar. Another one, number 4. Let's get to number 4. Is you can enjoy angel art, jewelry, clothing. I have a little pin I wear sometimes of Archangel Michael. Sometimes I carry a little medallion of him in my pocket. I have this, can you see this pretty necklace here? This is from Glastonbury, and it's Archangel Michael's sacred symbol with like the chalice well symbol, and it's his sword, and then a golden crystal representing power and abundance and that third chakra, you know, divine masculine energy that he has. So I'll put a picture up in our Archangel Michael Angel Art Gallery on our Tribe of Light, Archangel Michael Tribe of Light Facebook group. I will put this image that I have of the stained glass art that I purchased of Archangel Michael. And if you're reading the handout, if you're reading the PDF that you get as a gift when you sign up for the email list, or many of you are already on the email list, so it's just a way for you to get the handout, right? There's a beautiful image right there for you too. So, and there's also an example of angelic art that Mark made. And many of you know my twin flame Mark Goddard creates mandala art, shamanic mandala art, shamandalas. And one of them he did was resonant with Archangel Metatron's energy. So you can enjoy all that in the printout and on our Tribe of Light Angel Art Gallery. All right, cool. So I'm going to keep going. I think we can maybe even get to all 7 today, which is cool because tomorrow we want to focus on Gabriel and Raphael, and then we have other things planned for you on our grand finale, including the giveaway. So make sure that you join us for the grand finale because you have a chance to win all sorts of angelic prizes and surprises. And the way that you get entered into the drawing is you invite friends to join Archangel Michael Tribe of Light Facebook group. You share posts from there. I can see who's sharing. You comment. You like, right? And you post. You can create angelically oriented posts too. You're more than welcome to create a post. I screen all the posts so we don't have anything that's inappropriate on there. But anything that's, you know, positive and angelly, it's probably going to get approved by yours truly. So the more you participate and that you're an active member of the Tribe of Light, the better your chance of winning a prize. Okay, we'll have at least 3 people will win prizes on Saturday. So number 5 is pay attention to angel numbers and signs. And I bet you have experienced that. And Sasha says, I have Archangels Michael and Raphael in my altar in my healing room. Yay! And it feels so nice, doesn't it? It feels wonderful to feel like they're there watching over you. It just helps you feel them. They're there with you anyway. They're there with us anyway. But all these things that we can do help us feel the connection. Does that make sense? This is about us feeling more connected and trusting that connection and really raising our vibration to be more at that higher frequency level so that we're more resonant with our angels. We can see them, we can hear them, we can feel them, we can sense them, trust them, know them, be one with them, and be guided by them in everything that we do. Health, wealth, love, home, every single aspect of your life improves when you are more connected and more intuitive and you live in this connected and intuitive way. So paying attention to your angel numbers and divine signs, you might notice that we are meeting at 1111 and 444. Those are 2 of my favorite angel numbers that are like series sequential numbers. A lot of times angel numbers are those type of numbers, 333 or 222 or and so forth, right? And there also could be other numbers that are for you that you might be like, wow, why do I keep seeing the number? Like there was one of my clients at one point. She wasn't sure what her angel numbers were, and she said, Sage, can you check on that for me? And I said, well, you need to check your own intuition on that above anything else, because I always say that. I'm always trying to encourage and help my own students and clients grow and empower you, right, to trust for yourself. And she said, oh, I've been trying to do that. She wasn't really in my advanced programs or anything. And she said, can you just check for me? And I said, okay, sure. So I said, 245. I don't know why, but I'm getting 245, like just really clearly, really immediately. And she goes, oh my God, I can't believe it. I've been seeing that number like my whole life, and I never knew what it was, And she just felt so validated, And sometimes as you're on your path, it can help to work with an intuitive like myself or whoever you connect with and feel a resonance with, right? To help scaffold and help kind of serve as training wheels on your bicycle of your intuition building until you don't need the training wheels anymore, right? Until you graduate and you're like, wow, I am so connected. I just ask and it is given. I'm a powerful manifester. I'm living my best life, right? And then you know that you don't need to work with mentors at all anymore, right? So congratulations to those of you when you get to that point, yeah? And I love to celebrate when my students, like when people who've been in wisdom school, sometimes people only be there for 6 months. Some stay for years, and same thing with people who work with me privately. Some just do a few sessions. I don't do that many single sessions anymore. It's really quite a rarity. I do not generally promote single sessions because most people, I don't just do readings, I also do healing and teach and train and coach. So with all of that, there's a lot to unearth and there's a lot to rebirth and remirth. You feel Archangel Michael coming through there. So generally, almost everybody needs more than one session, to really, really change their lives. And some people just work with me for like 3 sessions or a few months, and others it's like years. It's like, 9, 10 years or whatever it is, right? It's like, wow, the magic is still happening. Every time we get together, a lot of my VIPs, you guys know who you are. They're like, wow, I thought that I was complete, working with you, Sage, and then every single time, we're together, this incredible magic happens, this amazing energy shifts, this healing just, happens that I didn't even know that I needed, and I feel so completely transformed and uplifted and blessed that I'm not done yet. So, trust who to work with and when and where and for how long. So back to the angel numbers. Those are some examples, as well as it could be the non-repetitive numbers. So numbers are one way that our angels will kind of validate to us. Yes, you're on the right track. There is a book called Angel Numbers. Some people love that book. I kind of enjoyed that book years ago, but honestly, I'm not like a huge fan of that book because I feel like interpreting numbers for everyone, like the same exact one meaning for everyone all the time, it's a little bit too one size fits all. Even the way that I have presented, which you'll see some examples here at Tribe of Light and on the YouTube video, but even more in Wisdom School, the way I present, there's multiple meanings, right? So 444, the meanings that I'm accessing, some of which might resonate for you, right, are that it has to do with Archangel Raphael, that it's about healing, it's about earth and the physicality, and it's the medicine wheel. It's like the representation of the medicine wheel on the earth, the 4 directions, the elements, healing, and the plants and the earth. So that's what comes to me for that. And maybe that resonates for you and you're like, oh yeah, that's perfect, that makes great sense, right? But if it doesn't resonate for you, always, always, always trust what you get above what anyone else gets. Anyone, including me, including your mother, including your best friend or your spouse or, whoever, right? Dalai Lama or anyone, any human being, right? Trust what you get. And that's really what I believe your spiritual journey is all about. Be very discerning about with whom you work. Make sure they're coming from a place of love and you feel excited and you feel joyful You feel good vibes, you know, when you see them, when you hear them, when you read their words, when you connect with their energy, and they walk their talk, right? And don't give your power away. Don't give your power to anybody else that you work with, whether that's me or anybody. Don't give others your power. Trust what you get. So I would be curious what your angel numbers are, and you can type what some of your angel numbers are in the comments. What numbers have you seen over and over, whether it's on the clock or license plates or purchases, and what numbers do you feel like are like a code? And literally, numbers have energy, just like words have energy. And I believe that one meaning for everyone is if you're having a number come repeatedly and you're noticing a pattern, that number, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what that number is, it's just that there's a number for you, that keeps showing up when you're having an important thought. It's probably a validation. It's probably the angels going, yeah, you're on the right track. Yeah, or we're here with you, right? Often it's kind of like, we're here with you, you're not alone. Like, hey, we're just letting you know the magic is here, right? So that in itself is sometimes what we need. We need to feel like, oh yeah, okay, thank you. You know, I'm not alone. God is here. My angels are here. I'm being supported. I'm being heard. I'm being held. I'm being blessed. And that makes us feel so much better, especially if we're going through a hard time or a dark night of the soul, or we're feeling afraid or scared or just worried in any way. It helps to have these things happen and we go, aha, right? Or it could be a validation that your thought was a good idea. It's kind of like, hey, good idea, right? Like that thought you were just having, yes, that's the way, right? So those could be some ways to work more with your angel numbers. I also often consciously like invoke angel numbers. Like if I'm writing a check for, $10, I might round it up to $11.11 or that kind of thing. So anytime you can, okay. Like for example, right now, what time did we meet? We met at 4:44. I could have said 4 p.m. I could have said 4:30. I could have said 5 p.m. I want to be in this encoded angelic frequency. So we met at 4:44. And so Haley has 333, 246, 11, 11, 12, 12. Yeah. Sometimes they're repetitive, like more that 12, 12 or 13, 13 or 17, 17. And Lori has 444 a lot, and 4 and 13. Yeah. 13 is one of mine too. I was born on the 13th, and my youngest son was born on the 13th. And 17 is also another one of mine. So there's the numbers, and then there's also other angel signs that we might get. And we go more into depth in this course in lesson school, but another example is feathers, right? How many of you have found feathers just lying on the ground? In particular, white feathers are representing the angels and the angelic realm. And it's like an angel just through the bird, of course, birds and butterflies and fairies and angels, they're all interconnected. So through the bird, the angel is giving you that sign, like, hey, you're on your right path, or we are here with you. So I love to collect special feathers, especially when they come at a moment when you needed that. And we'd love to hear your stories about that. So feel free. Hi, Jan. Yay, Jan is here. Jan is in the angel house. Woohoo! So number 6 is play. Play with your angels and play more, right? I love that saying, angels can fly because they take themselves lightly. I love to think of enlightening up, like lighten up, like, hey guys, lighten up, right? And yes, we have important things going on in the world, and yes, we need to pay attention, and yes, we need to be concerned, and yes, we need to take action, of course, but we also need to play. We also need to know when to walk away from all that stuff and let it go, let it roll off of us, and just come back to, you know what, in this moment I'm okay, I'm grateful for that, and I need to play. And you can play with your puppy or kitten or watch puppy and kitten silly antic videos. Who else likes to watch those silly videos? Me. And I play with my own puppy. Loki is forever going to be a puppy. Is he sleeping there? Yeah, maybe I'll bring him over in a minute or so. So play, blow bubbles, do silly things, make weird noises, let your inner child out. Put bubble bath in your bath. I used to teach a play shop, not a workshop, but a play shop called Sacred Silliness Kindergarten for non-grown ups. And it was great. We had a tickling station, and we had a silly noises contest, and we had a silly walks festival. And we had Play-Doh, and it was just like painting, finger painting, and it was a total blast. When's the last time you got really silly and goofy? Right? And jokes, humor, things that make you laugh, let yourself do that. Let yourself read things and watch things and listen to things that make you laugh. Laughter truly is medicine. Oh, that's so cool about you found all those feathers. Wow, beautiful. Can you take a picture of them and put them on our Facebook group? We'd love to see your jar of feathers. That's so cool, Lori. So I want to show you guys now how to tickle your angel's wings. Tickle your angel's wings, right? So you have your fingers, and you reach your hands up as high as you can, and you wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You are tickling your angel's wings. Whee! And one of the most fun things about tickling your angel's wings, like you're tickling them under their wings, kind of like their armpits and their wings. It makes you laugh. It makes you giggle. It makes you wiggle and jiggle and, whee and glee. It just instantly raises you into a fun and funny vibe. And you can even do it with the lift. I'm going to show you with the lift. So standing. Okay. So standing, you go up and down on your toes. Whee! And you kind of might need to say wee, possibly. So tickle your angel's wings. Going up, going down. Whee! It is a blast. So there you go. Use that. Stick it in your sacred toolbox. Yes. How does that feel? Who's feeling happier now than when you first came on this call? Whether it was a minute ago, or you first ordered this video, or it was 40 minutes ago. Who is feeling already like, wow, I'm feeling lighter, I'm feeling more open, I'm feeling happier, I'm feeling more alive, I'm feeling more joyful. Yes, right. I bet you are. And thank you for putting hearts and thumbs ups and smile CCs. Whatever you want to put there. Thank you. It's great to hear from all of you. Yay! Wonderful. High five on that. Woohoo! These things, some of them are simple. Some of the practices and processes that we do, especially in the more advanced program, Archangel Michael's Wisdom School of Light, are not light and fluffy, but the overall effect really is to fluff your aura. The overall effect is to enlighten you up and to help you connect with your angels, with your guides, to live more intuitively on a daily basis. How would that be? What would that be like if 90-something% of the time, because I don't think there's a human being alive who's 100% who has no filter at all, and no screen or like cloudiness at all. How would it be if 90-something% of the time you could just tune in, drop into your heart, your third eye, open, and receive, perceive, and clearly understand and be able to discern when is that the voice that you need to listen to? Is that a sign? Is that an opportunity to say yes, or is that an opportunity to say no? What would it be like if your life were guided by your angels, God, and your intuition? How would that change your life? Would you be healthier? Would you be more abundant because you'd be making choices that are more aligned, divinely aligned with your purpose and your mission, and with divine timing for things? It's not only about doing the right thing, but it's the right time, and trusting your inner yes and trusting your inner no. Yes, right? So what would that be like? So number 7 is studying directly with your angels. If you feel connected enough that you can do more of that on your own and you don't need any support, then you're probably already at the 90th percentile on that. You're probably already like super, super, super tuned in. And that's great. If you're at that level, then you don't need Archangel Michael Wisdom School of Light, truly. But if you're not, if you feel like you're stuck on some issues in your life, that no matter how many law of attraction practices you try, affirmations, no matter how hard you work, no matter how kind and good and worthy of a human being you are, no matter how many times you say I love you in the mirror, or how many therapy sessions you have, or workshops you go to, or webinars that you watch, if you feel like, why the F am I still kind of stuck on this issue or these issues? Or why am I going 2 steps forward, 1 step behind? Or why am I plateauing? Why am I making progress and then kind of flatlining it and hitting a ceiling and just, right? Or the worst part is when you start going backwards again, sliding back into old patterns. That really sucks, right? If you're feeling frustrated with any of that, with your health and your energy and your emotional health, with your spiritual connectivity, with your abundance and your purpose, you guys know I specialize in that, right? That's one of the main things I specialize in. With your self-love, with your relationships, with your patterns in love and intimacy, and your family. I'm doing a lot with family lineage, and, you know, both in wisdom school and private practice, and it makes such a difference with people. Working directly with your angels in a program like this, Archangel Michael Wisdom School, like this is your 7th key. It is the 7th of 7 important ways to connect more with your angels. And this is the one that requires that you receive support. So what if you feel like, oh, I'm really advanced and, you know, I don't need support? Maybe that's true. And maybe there are times when healers need healing. And teachers need teaching, and coaches need coaching. I know that's true for myself. I'm not an island. Sometimes I need to study with other human beings too, and allow God to speak to me through other humans, through their gifts and their genius zones and the things that they're masterful at. I am masterful at being connected with the angels. If you are masterful at being connected with the angels, then you don't need Archangel Michael's Wisdom School of Light. If you don't feel masterful at that yet, like you feel like, whoa, there's a lot more layers for me for this. There's other degrees and levels, and I would love to be so connected to just any time, any place, any issue, be able to tune in and trust what you get and know that's my angels doing the talking, that's God, that's my highest self, that's the choice I'm going to make. Even if it goes against what everyone else is telling you, even if it's not logical, even if you don't have a track record or proof of it making sense at all, when you trust your intuition and your angels, amazing positive things happen. And when you don't, crap all that happens. It's true. Sometimes we give our power away to other people who are well-meaning in our lives. You come fully into your power when you trust your intuition, and that's what we teach you how to do in Archangel Michael's Wisdom School of Light. It's not about, oh, listening to Sage, she has all the answers. I am only helping you help yourself. It's about empowering yourself. And I highly recommend that you only work with teachers, especially in the realm of spirituality, where there can be a lot of disempowering practices and even abusive and manipulative practices and ego-based stuff, you know, and even scammy and spammy stuff, you know. Release. You don't want any of that. Only work with a teacher, mentor, healer, coach who walks their talk, who's coming from their heart They're coming from the power of love, not the love of power. They don't ever say to you, this is the only way. You have to do it this way, my way, or the highway. If you hear that stuff, run away. If they're using fear to manipulate you, you have to do this. You have to do this, or you're going to have this curse or this hex. You don't believe the shit I hear from people who eventually, at the right time, get guided to work with me and Archangel Michael if it's the right thing for them, right? By the time they come to me, sometimes people have already wasted. Well, I mean, nothing's a waste if you learn from it, but it was not the optimal choice. Let's be honest, you know. They spent thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars with all these so-called, you know, healers and cures and spells and, you know, stuff that was supposed to help them, and it didn't. And then it became like, oh, well, now you have to pay for this, and now you have to do this, and these like empty promises. Stop with that already, okay? You don't just need more psychic readings. Honestly, you don't. Do you want to keep spending your money for the rest of your life paying psychics to tell you when this is going to happen or what you should do? Or do you want to invest instead in intuitive training that's advanced, that's love-based, and that helps you trust your own inner knowingness and help you be in your own power and live as the incredible divine being of love that you are, that you came here to be? So you can share your gifts. You can see how passionate and fired up I get about this. Because Archangel Michael just told us yesterday, right? Wasn't that yesterday, you guys? Wisdom School is a purpose acceleration program. If you feel like you're not yet fully and joyfully and prosperously, abundantly living your purpose, then you need Archangel Michael's Wisdom School of Light. And this is the best time to jump in, because not only do we have the best tuition rate, that you're never actually going to see that rate again, of $997 for a whole 6 months with 3 live sessions a month. That's 18 live sessions. But also I'm including, and I've never done this before, I'm probably not going to do it again. I'm just guided to it now for Michaelmas, for you, my beautiful tribe here, that you actually get a full-length private session with me and Archangel Michael, where we can go deeper, and it's all about you and your needs. The other sessions are a group. They're a smallish group, and people get a tremendous amount of personal attention, as a lot of you who are in Wisdom School can attest. It's not like there's 3,000 people and I don't know your name and I expect you all to sort of mastermind each other. There's plenty of groups like that out there. This is more like a shamanic, angelic intuition and apprenticeship. And you can do it for 6 months, or you can do longer if you want to renew. Totally up to you. Most people stay longer than 6 months, but you're going to get a tremendous amount even in 6 months. So that private session, by the way, is usually priced between $600 and $1,600 just for the private session. So around $1,000 typically is the average that people actually pay me. That's not some made up number. That's what my clients pay me. Some of you are my clients, and you know that like an hour and a half, 2-hour session is about $1,500 with me. An hour session, 600, 75 minutes, you know, 900, 800, so forth. So in that price range, approximately $1,000 is what you would pay for a full-length private session. You're getting that for free as a bonus for signing up for Wisdom School if you happen to join us now while those spots are still open. In other words, the bonus sessions are still open. They're limited to just 5. So 5 sessions, the first 5 people. And I don't know how many are gone yet, but if it's still on the website, this is what I can tell you. If it's still on the website, I will honor that, and I will give you that private session. So jump in if you're called to do so. If you want an angelic learning academy that's about healing, that's clairvoyance, that's energy mastery, and it's going to help you live your purpose and be a more powerful manifester and enlighten up along the way, and really, really trust your intuition and your wisdom. So start right now by trusting your wisdom and your intuition about this decision, which can be one of the most important things that you ever decide. I'm not exaggerating. It's that important. Take a minute or 5 minutes or half an hour and tune in on this. Because if you're meant to be in Wisdom School of Light, Archangel Michael will let you know. He's probably letting you know right now. You may be getting a little nudge or some light, or feeling like a feeling of yes, and a feeling of hope, and a feeling of excitement, like, oh my God, this is the spiritual mentor and program and community that I've been wanting and needing and praying for and waiting for and wondering where I would find this level of support. So jump in. If you have any questions about Wisdom School of Light, you can ask me. You can also ask some of our Wisdom School students, like Russell Burke. He's here in the Tribe of Light. You can ask Monica Bermudez. You can reach out to Gail Lee. You can reach out to Jan Foster Desier. These are people who've been in Wisdom School for a while and volunteered to be like emissaries, just to kind of tell you from their own perspective. They're not getting a monetary compensation for that. They're just free to tell you whatever they want to tell you, right, about Wisdom School. From a student perspective. So please go to the website, feel into it, ask the angels to guide you clearly. A maybe is not a clear answer. A yes, this is for me, I'm going for it, this is it, I'm all in, is a clear answer. A no, this is not for me, is a clear answer, right? Get your clear answer off the fence and then go forward. If you have any questions, if you're like, a logistical question or anything like that, please let me know, and I'm happy to help you with that. So the website is Archangel Michael Wisdom School of Light.com. Archangel Michael Wisdom School of Light.com. That's the website. That's where you can jump in. That's where you reserve the private session. I'm serious about the 5. It's not going to be like 20 people that get that, because honestly, I have a very busy private practice. I have the Wisdom School program, which is 3 sessions a month. I have the Mother Moon program, which is 2 sessions a month. I have my kids. I have my elderly mom that I'm a caregiver of. I have self-care. I have my home, my family, my dogs, my writing. So I've got plenty of things that where my time goes. I don't really put a lot of time into private sessions anymore. And I'm planning to segue away from doing one-on-one sessions completely over the next, I don't know how long it'll take me to do that, but I'm moving away from that. So it's kind of a special opportunity. And the fact that you're getting it with your Wisdom School, instead of paying the normal price between $600 and $1,600 for that, it's pretty insanely great. So the shifts that you can have happen, even in one session, people come away from that with clarity about their purpose, clarity about their love relationship and what they need to heal, information about your chakras, what's blocked, what needs to be healed, tips and tools that are customized for you about how to connect more with your guides, how to enhance your intuition, what are the best spiritual practices, what are the best self-healing and self-empowerment practices for you right now, training, and even channeled messages for you. So these are some examples of what can happen in just one session. You can come away from that just, the name of your business. I'm really quite super powered up at anything that has to do with your soul work business, with you fulfilling your mission, making a bigger difference, prospering more, shining more, expanding your positive impact in the world. If this is something you want or need, or any of this is resonating, please jump in and grab one of the spots, and I'll see you in Wisdom School. So this Friday, by the way, tomorrow's Friday already. Tomorrow we're having our big session for the month of October in Wisdom School. So if you happen to jump in quickly enough, you'll get to participate in that session live, or you'll get the full benefit of the replay of it, plus you'll have the private live session with me as well. So I'm going to recap these 7 great ways to connect more with your angels. And again, you don't have to take notes, but if you did want to take notes, that's totally cool. You can get the printout of this. I'm going to put the link in the Tribe of Light Facebook group. And if you're in Wisdom School, you get this plus lots more. Like literally, it's like 10 courses or so in Wisdom School. Abundance, intuition, energy healing, becoming a boundary badass, ancestral and karmic healing, chakras and energy work, prosperity and manifestation, love and relationships. Like, there are tools and resources for all these aspects of your life, and you get to do them at your own pace. Some of them don't take that much time. They're more about a shift in consciousness. Like, how long does it take to tickle your angel's wings, right? And lightening up instantly. So number one method was pray to them, ask, and praise. Number two is intuitive journaling. Number three is keeping an altar to honor your angels. Number four was immersing in angel art, jewelry, and clothing. And number five is paying attention to angel numbers and divine signs, whether it's a symbol, a sign, a feather, and understanding more what they mean for you. Number six is playing with your angels and enlightening up, letting your inner kid out, playing, laughing, smiling. And number seven is studying directly with your angels through Archangel Michael's Wisdom School of Light, where your teachers are not just me. I'm kind of a spokeshuman. But the actual teachers are the angels and the ascended masters. That's who your instructors are. And you're going to learn from them directly, you listening and looking and feeling and sensing and perceiving. Clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairgnostic, all of this, all of the ways of knowing directly, that's going to be accelerated while you're in the Wisdom School of Light. Yeah, so this was our third day of Michaelmas, and I'm going to stick around for a minute or two. Oh yeah, no problem. So the cost, it's $9.97 for 6 whole months of Wisdom School, and that includes the private session. If you do the $9.97 one pay, your private session is about an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours, whatever you need. It's like a VIP in-depth session. The other option, if you need a payment plan, is it's $222 per month for 6 months. If we do that way, we work something out a little bit about your private session. You still get a private session, but you have to wait until you've made several payments, or you can have a shorter session, kind of sooner. But you definitely still get a session. You just get a longer session, and it's faster if you do the $9.97, plus you save a couple $100, whatever the math is on that, like $200 and something, which is pretty significant. So hopefully that will work for you, Colette. And then what you can do too is, if you have PayPal credit, a kind of best of both worlds is to if you have that much PayPal credit, you might be able to pay the $9.97 using the one pay best price option, and then you pay it off over the PayPal credit. And if not, if you don't have the PayPal credit, then do the $222 times 6. The $222, if you go that route, as soon as you get in the door, you have access to the entire Wisdom School. It's we've been creating Wisdom School teachings and healings for 2 years. It'll be 2 years November 1st. We're almost to 2 years. I can't believe it. It's like, wow, that's an anniversary. We should celebrate on November 1st. So today's October 1st. We have had 1 year plus 11 months. So that's 23 months of Wisdom School. And all of those teachings, there's like videos of all these healings, and there's so many beautiful meditation audios and channeled messages. If you're feeling energy from all this that we're doing here at the Michaelmas, you're gonna feel like so many fold more, like exponentially more, in the Wisdom School of Light. So I would use that as a good godline for you. If you feel meh from all of this that we're doing here, then Wisdom School of Light is not for you, right? And maybe you don't even want to be in the tribe of light. But if you're feeling like, oh my God, this is so exciting, like, wow, what can happen for me if I am that intuitive, and if I'm connecting with, mentorship at this level for my spiritual path and for all aspects of my life. If you're feeling the energy and the tingle, then jump in, and we'll see you in Wisdom School, perhaps even tomorrow, if you are here for the Guide-a-thon. Tomorrow's Guide-a-thon. The Guide-a-thon is like a 3-hour long VIP retreat, an online retreat for all of the students in Wisdom School. And you get the opportunity to have personal attention in the guide-a-thon. Even though it's a group retreat, we especially check in with the new students, and we make sure that if you need anything like clarity or reading, healing, some special tools, coaching, whatever you need, you get personal support. So the group is small enough that I really support everyone individually. And I have to say, one of the best things about Wisdom School has nothing to do with me, and it doesn't even have to do with Archangel Michael, although we contribute. Especially Archangel Michael. One of the best things about Wisdom School is the community. Because the kind of human beings that I work with and that I attract, you who are in Wisdom School, you beautiful, beautiful souls, like, see who's here right now, Brenda and Jan, and is that it for live? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so Brenda and Jan, who are Ms. B is Brenda, and Jan are in Wisdom School. You guys can connect with them. These are people who are gems. Heartful people, mindful people, soulful people who are conscious, intentional, kind, supportive of one another, positive, and really putting intention on creating a better world. And doing that through self-healing and through helping one another. The level of mutual support, and what I hear all the time, Clint Bryson is another great example, who's in Wisdom School currently, and he says all the time, this is my spiritual family. You know, Clint took a little hiatus for a month or so, and then he came back for whatever personal reasons, and he was so overjoyed to be back. He said, I'm back with my family again. I hear from people all the time that there's just nothing else out there. I don't know of any online programs, much less in person, anything, where you are supported, so supported. I've had people become best friends with each other in some of my programs and literally fly across the planet. From, I think one of them was flying from Australia to Canada to meet a fellow student, best friend that they met through one of our courses. So you can find, if you've been feeling kind of lonely, especially with the whole COVID-19 shelter at home thing, if you've been feeling a little disconnected and lonely, this is going to be such a blessing for you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And please, everybody, enjoy all of these ways. Whatever resonates for you, we're here for you. Tomorrow, we're going to be celebrating Archangels Raphael and Gabriel. Michael is still with us. And then on the last day, Saturday, so tomorrow we're meeting at 11 a.m. for about an hour. Or maybe we'll go till 12:12, right? And then at 2 p.m. tomorrow Pacific, we have our guide-a-thon, our Wisdom School guide-a-thon. And then on Saturday, just make sure I'm telling you the right time, Saturday is 4:44 Pacific. That's going to be the grand finale with the giveaway. And that's what we got for you. So welcome, welcome. And I'd love to hear what stood out for you today. I will look forward to seeing your email, Colette. Does anyone else have any questions about anything we talked about today? Any of these methods for connecting more with your angels? Anybody have a question about that? I'd also love to hear your takeaways. Like what stood out for you the most? Which ones are you going to implement? It's great to have intentions and to implement, and it really helps to have other people around you who have similar intentions and are holding space with you. And if you're doing that at the free level here at the Archangel Michael Tribe of Light Facebook group, that's going to help too, to some degree, because you have inspiration, and especially if you come to the group like every day or two or whatever. And if you're in the advanced level with Wisdom School of Light, you can actually find a buddy there to help you. And I highly recommend that new students do that, because it really helps to, it's like, the new kid in the class, any good teacher is going to be like, hey, Steve, can you, befriend Mikey, and he's new to the neighborhood, and right? So we want you to feel embraced. We want you to feel like you have a buddy. And I know that we have lots of veteran, so-called, wisdom school students who've been around the block with us for, even some of them since the beginning, for almost 2 years, who understand these practices, and they can help you find things and help you get the most from it, like a kind of peer support, right? So you get that too in wisdom school. So wonderful. Yeah, talking to Michael at night before bed. Yeah, that's great. And you might want to add to that, Lori, of the journaling aspect. So you can still talk to him, out loud or in your heart, and see how you do with adding the pen and journaling to that. And I get a really strong hit for you on wisdom school too, by the way. If anyone else wants me to do an intuitive check as whether wisdom school is right for you, or if there's something else that we're meant to do together, most of the time, those of you who are here in Tribe of Light, the right choice is wisdom school of light, probably for 90% of you. For those who want to step up, to go higher and deeper, occasionally there's someone who's meant to do something else that I have, or or just work privately or what have you. In that case, just send me a message. If you're like, I'm feeling some energy with you, Sage, but I'm not sure if it's wisdom school, just send me a message through Facebook or send me an email, sage@prosperousgoddess.com, sage@prosperousgoddess.com. That's my new email. My old email, sage@loveandspirit.org, still works. If you guys had that one, don't worry, you can still use that one. But my new email is sage@prosperousgoddess.com. And email me too if you have any questions. Message me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember to invite friends. We're almost to 1,000 people. Wow, we grew really fast here in Tribe of Light. So it's such a joy to be here with especially many of you new folks. So I'm giving you guys a big hug. Let's give each other a hug. Let's do a big group hug. Group hug with our arms and with our wings. Because really we're here to be earth angels, aren't we? And I appreciate you, I celebrate you, I support you, and I love you. And Archangel Michael loves you even more. I love you lots, but Archangel Michael loves you even more, and God loves you the most, I'm sure. So reach out, receive the support, connect, and let's have some more fun together, okay? And I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. Pacific. If you can join us live, and if you're watching the videos, then just enjoy those. Great. Thanks for being here today. Wonderful to be here with all of you. Hi, Joy. Yay. Joy Elliott is a wisdom school graduate. So we have, great. We have current students, we have graduates, and we have new students. It's all perfect. And I'm so glad that you're here. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Tickle your angel's wings. Do that intuitive journaling. Have fun with your angel altar. Pay attention to the signs and numbers. And remember to ask and give thanks. Ask and give thanks. And by the way, one last thing. When you give thanks, don't just give thanks for what you have now and what you see here and now. Also give thanks for what was in the past and what's coming to you in the future. The blessings on the way. Taking gratitude to all of the dimensionalities of time really enhances your gratitude attitude, really helps open this sacred gate for you to receive more blessings, and turns on that faucet of blessings more. Lots of love, enjoy, and we'll see you next time, guys. Lots of love. Thanks for being here today. Bye for now. Mwah.